Hello everyone, this is Dylan from the Chart Club, and I'm here with Brandon, who got 19th place at the online Gencon Regionals with...
Yep, so Son Goku, Crimson Warrior. So for those that don't know what this does, whenever it's in a battle, you can basically just choose one, say in your hand, and discard it. Then you draw a card, and you have an option to take a life. And then you can obviously take the damage as well. So you can basically plus, I believe, +2 off this leader, which is pretty nice. The awaken effect is pretty standard. It does awaken at 2 or less life, but if you have 5 Saiyans in the drop area, you place them underneath this card. Then you awaken, draw 3, and then switch up to 1 of your energy to active mode. On the back side, this is where it gets pretty nice. When he swings, he draws a card, then untaps an energy, and then the activate battle. You can place X cards from underneath of him. He gets 2k for each card removed, and then additionally, if you remove 3, you can untap 1 and draw 1 as well. So this leader basically just gives you a lot of energy really early, which helps facilitate a pretty crazy deck. This is a Kind Saiyan Son Goku, old BT1 type card, but it searches top 7 for a Son Goku. Pretty standard. This is your 1-drop, take a life, gain critical, so it's nice early pressure. And then all these 1-drops are playing, like Saiyan Bloodline Son Goku, which searches top 3 for a blue or yellow Saiyan, and then Saiyan synergies. These all help facilitate your your engine. So then we also have Son Goku the Rescuer here. This is really simple. Anytime something gets bounced to your hand or an opponent's hand, you just play this for free. And then also the activate main, which is cool. You can play 1 blue, send it from your drop area to your warp, then choose up to a 3 or less on your side or a 3 or less on their side and bounce it to their hand. So it's nice. You can recycle the 1-drops if you need to see extra cards. Then we have Vegeta Harness Power. So when this card is used in a combo, which is pretty nice, you can choose up to 1 of your opponent's combo area cards and return it to their hand. And then additionally, if you remove it off your leader, the activate battle, if there's nothing in your combo area, you can actually combo from drop. So it's a nice +2 for the leader, and then a 5k combo as well that bounces that card back. So helps you get out of some nice heavy swings. And then one of the main cards of the engine is Trunks Calamity Challenger. So when this card is played, you choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and returns it to his hand. Bouncing cards back to the owner's hand isn't the best thing that you can do, but sometimes it helps get rid of like blocker negates and stuff like that are out there that you don't want to have to deal with since you're pretty aggro. And then activate main is how you play it. You choose 1 blue non-unique Saiyan, and you're not really running any unique Saiyans in this deck. With a 3 or less, you bottom deck it, and then you play it out, and then you add up to 1 Tapion from your deck to your hand. So we do run 2 Hidden Darkness Tapions. So when this card is comboed, which is the only time you're using it, you can mill up to 3 cards. So let's say you only need 2 more Saiyans, you mill 2 Saiyans, you don't have to choose a 3rd one. Or if you need all 3, you can do that. Helps facilitate your awaken pretty early. Then if you do go to turn 3, which some decks can stall you out, we do play 3 Son Goku Calamity Challengers. Thinking about maybe bumping it to 4, but I don't know. 3 is pretty nice. You do see it in searchable. But yeah, it's super easy. You just pay 1, play it. If your leader card is a blue Saiyan card, you play and draw a card. It's got deflect, blocker, 15k, so it's nice for pressure.
Yeah, not limit 1 either, so you can just keep spamming it over and over again.
Right, exactly. And this card is kind of degenerate with it too. So you pay 1 blue, bounce a 4 cost to your hand, so you just bounce this guy. So you get a draw from him, like turn 3. So you draw him, then you play this. This goes back to your hand, and you play it again. It's another draw. Plus your leader untaps and stuff, so it's pretty gross. And then this card is nice, obviously. Not only just a 20k swing, but you need it for the main card of the deck, which is Ultra Instinct Sign. Old card, BT3, but still very nice. You pay 2 blue, pitch a card from your hand, evolve over a 5-drop, so you evolve over the path, and then it's a triple striker that they can't combo out of. So they basically just have to hard negate. Plus it bounces everything. Doesn't matter if they have barrier or not because it doesn't choose, so it gets past barrier. So any barrier blockers just go back to their hand. And that's just pretty gross for this deck. And then To continue the aggro pressure, we do play 3 Kaiokens. So EX evolves for free by just placing 1 card in your hand in the drop area. Evolve over UI, and then since your UI will be in rest mode, you just activate main, take 2 cards from your life, restand them, and then you swing again. And then the auto, which is cool, is when a card evolves, so for the turn, you basically can't lose by taking all your life down. The opponent can't win. So you really only do that whenever you can see a way for game. Like if they hard negate your UI, you can just kind of keep putting pressure on with the Kaioken. Then the rest of the cards, we have here 2 Vegeta Soaring Blows. This is nice because you charge like a Saiyan Synergy in your energy, and then you can play this on top of a Blue Sun Goku that you have on board that's already swung. And then you can just bottom deck 2 cards. So if they have any blockers out, or you just need to keep putting extra, 20k pressures on them, you can. Pretty standard for Bean. I mean, Bean is cracked in this deck. Being able to swing and untap a bunch of energy, and then also being on top of it and just guarantee your turn 2 kill is very, very good. I definitely did see a turn 2 or turn 3 kill most of my games during webcams. Then we run Great Salmon, Town Hero. This is a super combo of choice. Not really running any, bottom deck 1, draw 2, like F4 life, just because sometimes you can stay at 6 and really just kind of push in harder with being able to remove cards and put them in the drop area and stuff like that. So this is kind of the better super combo. Then we have 2 Bardock Awakened Instincts. I like 2 Overwhelms just because I like to see it. And if I don't see it, then it kind of sucks. But when I do, I just love it. Just because you can so easily get cards in the drop area. And like, yeah, sure, you might be warping your sparking away, but it doesn't really matter because you can just remove 3 and then combo another card and easily just facilitate an overwhelm. I mean, drawing 2, you can see extra beans, and then just pitching a card, any card that might be dead, or like a 10k in your hand. It is really nice. Puts an extra 20k swing, so there's extra pressure. And then we have 2 Desperate Measures. It was a best of 1 event, so you kind of had to run Floodgate Hate, basically. I did get, my last game, I did get topoed. It was like Android 14 for Gamma, but I just had the Desperate Measures, and then I just went in for game and he couldn't do anything, so that was that. Plus it's really nice too because it can bounce a 3 or less. It bounces a 3 or less to your hand as well. So like you can basically just facilitate extra cards and recycle. Then we have the 1 Double Striker. I never really had to use it, but it's nice. You basically just kill them with the UI, but sometimes you can just combo out for game on the Double Striker. And then Secret Rare Choice is Baby Hatch. I mean, people can arguably say Pan is good just because it's an extra offensive swing, but I only really had like maybe 2 cards on board at a time because I'm going tall, and being able to tap out turn 3 when you're doing a bunch of crazy like recycling and trying to get a bunch of stuff in, just having Hatch in there is so secure, and it really won me the game a lot of times. So
yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, that is the deck.
All right, so what were some of like your standout matches of the day?
Well, I went X2. There were 7 rounds. And I did lose to Red U7. It was tough because he had the Violent Rays, and it just a bunch of early pressure. And I did lose to Trunks Vegeta. You just saw all the mechas and I didn't see a Desperate, so it was just tough. That's the way it is. But otherwise, I played against another aggro like Majin Vegeta, and he was running a bunch of like pseudo super combos. Just was able to crack him out. He didn't have any dormants or anything like that. Then I beat Gamma last game, just turn 2'd him, even though he went first. So it was very, very simple on that one. Other ones were kind of hit and miss. Like, game 1 I played against Super 17, like in a hand control, which is cool in theory, but if you don't have negates or you don't see anything, because you need to still see your pieces, but if you don't see hard negates, then this deck will just run through you. So. But it was fun, and I definitely will be playing it in like PPG and the PPG webcam and also the core TCG, just because it's fun, it's quick. People sometimes might be not expecting it because there's so many different variants of the leader. So yeah, it's really fun. Wish I would have gotten top 16, but I'll take a top 32 any day. So.
All right. Well, congrats on your placing, and we'll see you in the next video.
Thank you.